today I kind of want to do a product review, kind of informational video about the breast pump that I use. So this is totally a mommy TMI video once again. So if you don't want to hear any mommy TMI about nursing, then now's probably the time to stop watching. And let's get into it. If you're kind of wondering whether or not you want to pump or not, if you are a mom that's going to be going back to work, I would highly recommend it if you still want to breastfeed. If you're a stay-at-home mom, it might not be as necessary. I still like to have it. I still go out sometimes. I do kind of do a little work sometimes, maybe like one day a week where I'm not home. So I do need to leave bottles, and then also when I make things like rice cereal or I make their food at home, I do mix breast milk in with it. So I definitely have to have the bottle handy to pour and to mix in. It really depends on what your parenting style is, what you guys are choosing to do. The breast pump that I use, I actually found at Babies R Us. We registered for it. It was gifted to us. If you are the one that got that for us, thank you, because that has definitely gotten a lot of use. I got the Medela pump. This one is called the Swing. I'm not sure if they still make this model. When I research it online, if they don't have this model, I will put the closest model to mine in the description box so you can check it out if you're interested. You can have it battery operated, so if you aren't going to be somewhere where you're going to be next to an outlet, you can put batteries in it. They give you like a little carrying string. There are 4 buttons on here. This is the power button, and my batteries are a little bit low, but you can hear it starting to pump. The plus button, which makes it stronger, and if it needs to be lighter, if it's starting to get uncomfortable, then you push the minus button and it'll go down. And then when the milk starts to flow, that's when you push the little arrow, and then it'll start just doing the normal pumping rotation. This comes off. This is your pumping hose or tube that will connect from your pump to the bottle pump. I apologize, I might not be using the right terminology, but this is what the little pump connector looks like, and this is the one that came with it. And this I like because it breaks into 3 different pieces and it makes it a lot easier to clean. They don't sell these individually, at least from what I've seen. They only sell ones that are already in one piece, so it makes it a little bit harder to get into the tube part there. And then this needs to connect here. That's where the milk is going to come out, and there's a little valve. And just be very careful with these. I started out with 6 and now I only have 2. So, but this is at over a period of 3 years. And that just pops in there and that helps the milk flow into the bottle. You just connect this to this when you start to pump, and you have a handy dandy little bottle with the top here. And this is a Medela bottle, and you would need this because it screws straight into it. So you do need to use a Medela bottle. If you choose to use the disposable bags, they have like a little attachment, which unfortunately I don't have with me. I apologize for not showing that to you, but it also screws in, and then the bags just kind of like loop onto that attachment. So you can use disposable bags from pretty much any brand. The Medela brand will work best with this, but then you just start pumping and it goes straight into the bottle. And what I really love about this brand, about the Medela bottles and the pumping system, are the tops that come with it. They come with these lids that you push down on it and you change it, change the dial. There's little letters here that tell you which day of the week. So if you were pumping on Friday, you just switch it to Friday, click it back in, and you know that this bottle is from Friday, because breast milk only stays good in the refrigerator for about 7 to 8 days if you have it at the correct temperature and you're storing it correctly in the fridge. That is really helpful. I haven't seen actually any other breastfeeding bottles that have this. This is a great and easy, convenient labeling system. So I highly recommend the Medela brand just because of this. This is so convenient and so helpful. The last thing, couple things that you'll get with your Medela pump is the plug. It just plugs in right there. And then they give you a little bottle holder, which I honestly have never really used, but it is good if you're in a place that you're worried you might tip over your bottle, which I have done, and it's really sad when you have spilt breast milk because you feel like your liquid gold has just gone down the drain. And then they give you a little carrying bag, which is nice because everything does just fit in there, and I will always know where my stuff is. And it's super easy to use if you're concerned about breast pumping. It doesn't hurt, it's not uncomfortable. If it is, there's probably just something wrong that you just need to tweak a little bit. As long as it takes to feed your baby is as long as it's going to take to pump. They do have some double pumps, which I would really recommend because that would be a lot faster. It does take me a little bit longer to pump because I have to switch sides, whereas if I had a double pump, I could do both at the same time. And that would obviously cut my pumping time in half, but it honestly doesn't take me that long. It maybe takes me like altogether like 20 minutes in the morning. I used to take my pump to work when I was still working. I was lucky enough to where my job had a mother's room and it was specifically made for breastfeeding mothers. You just had to book the room at 30-minute intervals, and I would book it 2 to 3 times a day depending on what my schedule was. And that was just made specifically for pumping, so that was really great. I've had it for about 3 years because I used it with Riley and now I use it with Jordan. It's obviously durable. It's easy to clean. The pumping tube here is the only part that the manual tells you it doesn't have to clean. It does get moisture in it. If it does, all you have to do is leave the pump on because air is going to go through there and it's going to dry the air, kind of like its own self fan. I did get a little bit of residue in there, so I did have to look online how to clean that up, but that was very, very recently, like within the last month is the first time I ever actually got a buildup in there. And all I did was look up online and somebody had figured out a way to clean this with rubbing alcohol and a syringe and some boiling water, and it was super easy. Price point, I apologize, I can't really tell you this in the video yet, but I will put it in the description box when I look it up because it was gifted to us. And then also, if you don't want to buy a pump, I know there are places that rent pumps. I will try and research that for you and put a link down below about any information about renting breast pumps, just in case that's a financial thing. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I plan on doing lots more videos for you, and if you subscribe, then you will know when those videos have been uploaded. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Can you say bye-bye? Can you wave? I just love your face.